how is the age of fossils calculated? So actually I told you that this method, it is used for knowing the age of the fossils, all these things. But how? You know definitions of all those words now, terms. But now we are going to know the actual process. Let us know. First, I told you that the radioactive carbon, it means that this carbon, it contains the unstable nucleus, so it is known as radioactive carbon. Okay, this radioactive carbon is released in the atmosphere when the cosmic rays react with atmospheric nitrogen. So when is this radioactive carbon released? It is released when it is when cosmic rays reacts with atmospheric nitrogen. Now let us know what are these cosmic rays. Cosmic rays are nothing but these are the rays which are released from the or originate from the sun. These are the rays originate from the sun. So when these cosmic rays originate from the sun, which have high energy protons and atomic nuclei, high energy protons and atomic nuclei, where are these present? These are present in the cosmic rays, and these cosmic rays originate from the sun, and these cosmic rays are present in the atmosphere. And we also know that nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. So the cosmic rays, it reacts with the atmospheric nitrogen to release the radioactive carbon. So once this radioactive carbon is released, it reacts with the oxygen. So we know that oxygen is also present in the atmosphere. So this radioactive carbon reacts with the atmospheric oxygen to form radioactive carbon dioxide. Radioactive carbon dioxide. And now here you can see. So here in the atmosphere, cosmic rays which release from the sun, so they react with the cosmic rays which release from the sun, they react with the atmospheric nitrogen to release the radioactive carbon. So again in the atmosphere oxygen is present, it also reacts with the oxygen, which radioactive carbon reacts with the oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Which carbon dioxide? Radioactive carbon dioxide. So that radioactive carbon dioxide are taken by the plants. Radioactive carbon dioxide is taken by the plants. So we know that in plants photosynthesis takes place, and for the photosynthesis the carbon dioxide plays an important role. So like this the plants take up the carbon dioxide. So animals also take up the carbon. How? Because animals directly or indirectly they depend on the plants for their survival. So like this that carbon it also enters into animals. So like this that radioactive carbon it enters into plants and animals both. Okay, next coming the next slide. So here that radioactive carbon dioxide is taken by the plants, and those plants are taken by the animals. So when those animals and plants die, the radioactive carbon in them starts decaying. So I told you decaying is nothing but the losing the energy, the atomic nuclei present in that radioactive carbon, it starts losing its energy. So it starts decaying. Half-life period, you know, it starts decaying. By calculating the amount of carbon present in fossil, we can find the age. So by calculating the amount, so now the amount of carbon, whenever we find that fossil, we will measure the amount of carbon, 14C carbon present in the in that fossil. So after calculating we can know that find the age, we can find the age. So the older the sample is, the lesser is the 14C in it. So the older is the sample is, the lesser is the 14C, because the 14C started decaying. So like this, when these animals and plants, after taking radioactive carbon, when they die, no, not soon after taking carbon dioxide they'll die. So after completing their lifespan, when they die, then the carbon dioxide or the radioactive carbon present in the fossil starts decaying. So present in the dead animals, they start decaying. So decaying means the half-life period, and it starts losing the energy, and it starts reducing. So when we do the carbon dating method, in this carbon dating method, these are the fossils. These are the fossils. Here you can see the dinosaur and fossils, some bones here. So like this, when we calculate, when we measure the amount of carbon present in this, we can identify the age of the fossil. Okay, so this is the topic about the carbon dating method. So this carbon dating, or 14C isotope of carbon, it is used to know the age as far as long as 50,000 years ago. Okay, and then it's time to assignment. What is carbon dating method? Why is this method useful? What is the half-life period of carbon 14? So thank you very much. Do subscribe, like and share, and don't forget to hit the bell icon, because if you don't hit the bell icon, you'll not get the notifications on regular basis. So you do hit the bell icon to have the notifications regularly. Thank you so much.